TED Talks with your host, Ted West.
He's the man, Ted. Thank you, all my dedicated listeners, my great fans. I'm your host, Tad Western, and this is TED Talk 9, I think. Before we get into this St. Patrick's Day recap and NCAA basketball tournament has began. Oh my God, this is one of the best times of the year. I tell you what, my favorite time of the year. Anyway, before we get into all that bullcrap, go ahead and subscribe to iTunes, download, rate, subscribe, send me Facebook messages, Tad Western, Twitter, Tad F and Western, Instagram, Tad F and Western, Snapchat, Tad Western. I can't remember. Oh, I also found out I had about 90 friend requests in Facebook. I had no idea they were sitting in there, so I'm sorry to everybody who was sitting in my inbox. I just completely blanked it and forgot how to check it, I guess. Because I didn't have any notifications, but yet I had like 100 fucking people in my in my inbox who wanted to be my friend. So, welcome to Uncle Tad's Corral. You're not going to see all the shit posting and everything else that happens in my life. Oh, we got a hell of a episode today. Like I said, it's basketball season. March Madness, baby. Best time of the year. And IU, the Hoosiers, went to the NIT, lost first round, which, why the fuck would you even accept the invite to the NIT? I don't have a goddamn clue. But whatever, go down, lose your ass, and then something good did come out of it. Tom Crean fired. Woohoo! Choo 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 choo. So hopefully, now we're on a coaching hunt. Oh, shit. Pardon me. So we're on a coaching hunt now. The Hoosiers, there are a few names that have been thrown out there. Steve Alford, number one. I think he's at the top of the list. Everybody, oh, he's a Hoosier man. Big UCLA coach right now. He's doing pretty well. I wouldn't mind Alford. I don't know if he's the right coach, but I don't know. It just, something about it doesn't seem right, but who knows? I'll take anybody right now, to be honest with you. And then I think Billy Donovan, they're talking about him possibly being in the running for it, which is kind of, I don't understand that either. But I kind of want to see Greg Marshall from Wichita State. So that would be I think that would be my pick, but who the fuck knows? It'll probably change. I think IU might just go balls to the wall, full SJW, and hire a woman coach. I think they try to revive Pat Summitt and have her come coach, just to get some more lady fans. But I could see the athletic administration doing something completely stupid like that. First woman coach of a Big Ten D1 school. Woohoo! Anyway, but I've also heard another rumor. This is coming from my source in Bloomington that I still have, a good friend of mine. He said there's also a little known head coach. Actually, he's not even a coach right now, but they said he's put in his job offer. He's waiting to apply, and he's going to throw his hat in the ring. And he goes by the name of Tad Western. That's right, yours truly is applying for the men's basketball head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers. Now, I want to tell Mr. Fred Glass something. I will coach for free the first year. You don't have to pay me a dime. And I promise not to choke anybody, but I don't promise not to throw any chairs. But I'm putting my I've already filled out my application. It's been sent down to Fred Glass's office. So hopefully, I'm sure he listened to the podcast with Greg Lenz and Aaron Ebert where we talked about IU going in a different direction, doing a coaching change. So yeah, Tad Western I think is the change that IU needs. They need a real man to coach that team, whip those boys into shape. and play some damn defense. Anyway, so I'll let you know how that goes. I don't know if they'll ever call me back, but whatever. I mean, I'm pretty good fucking coach. I coached a third grade little Artie's team to a championship one time. They weren't the most talented third graders, but I milked them for every ounce of talent they had. And it was that was my first and last coach. Oh no, I actually did coach a intramural team at the University of Southern Indiana when I was actually I wasn't in college, and I still coached the team to a championship. And not only did I coach the team to a championship, I also won MVP of the game as the coach. This is a true fucking story. I have the MVP intramural sweatshirt to prove it, and the big Mark Creighton was there to witness it, who I got to see this weekend. The big MC's father, Mark Creighton Sr., and there's Mark Creighton Jr., and Mark Creighton is a member of Hill Station, a.k.a. the big MC is his rap name. And we went out this weekend. It was St. Patrick's Day weekend in Indianapolis, so there was all kinds of festivities going on downtown. And I got a phone call about 4:30 in the afternoon. Hey, meet us downtown. We're getting hammered. All right, that's all you got to tell old Tad. But first, I said I won't be able to be there right away because I got to go home, check the tadpole update. The results, because I had a tadpole this past week, and it was, what should I do with my facial hair during St. Patrick's Day weekend? And a lot of you voted, and my favorite comment probably was John Upton's. He posted a picture of himself. Shout out to John, Uptown Funk You Up. And he posted a picture where he had some pretty gnarly mutton chops and a sweet mustache, I believe, and a goatee, and I don't know, he was all kinds of fucked up facial hair. But I just went with the old Tad stash, the old faithful Tom Selleck, and I think it worked out. I got a lot of love from the ladies on St. Patrick's Day with my mustache. Not only my mustache, but my hat, my cowboy hat. So here's a Tad tip. So I get downtown a little early, and I'm in the parking garage, and I'm like, well, I think I'm just going to pregame a little bit. So I sat in the parking garage for about a half hour and just chugged tequila like any Western man would do, because, forget going out and spending a ton of money. I mean, shit, I already paid $20 to park in a parking garage. I might as well just turn this bitch into a big concrete bar and just drink by myself. So anyway, chug a little bit of tequila, go down to Scotty's Brew House downtown, because I was supposed to be meeting some friends at Tin Roof, and it's right across the street. And I was like, I'll just come here, sit down, have a beer. So I walk in, I'm a little nervous. I don't know what kind of looks I'm going to get, because, I'm wearing my sweet green shirt, my sweet mustache. I mean, it's just perfect. And then I got my sweet hat on, cowboy hat. And I walk in. First seat at the bar is a man wearing a cowboy hat from Louisville fan. I was like, I got to go saddle up next to this guy. So I sit down, do a little talking with this man. He's like, man, I like your hat. And I was like, I like yours too. I was like, well, what about this mustache? He was like, oh, I wish I could grow a mustache like that. I was like, you know what? One day you may. When you grow up, you can be like old Tad Western here. So I sit down and have a few brews. I'm waiting on a phone call. Get a phone call. Hey, our Uber driver, he doesn't speak English, and he about ran over somebody. But we're on our way. So I end up meeting up with Big MC and his father, which he was smoking cigars on the corner of Georgia Street, I believe. And they were pretty tanked, but it was good seeing him, run into him. So I proceeded to take the party to Howl at the Moon. walked up to Howl at the Moon, pretty much cut everybody in line. Walked in and proceeded to party. We partied. I go to, here's another Tad's tip after drinking in the... Tad's tip, if you're out with a group of friends, and it's more than, just you and a buddy, a couple friends, but always buy the first round. It's easier. Only one person's got to go up to the bar, get the drinks. Okay, so your bill's going to be like $40, whatever. But then they'll get you back on the next one. They just buy rounds. Me and my friends, we do this all the time. But here's the thing. You buy the first round, and then it's going to... If you buy the first round, then you're going to get all the other rounds without having to pay for all the other rounds. So it's pretty neat. That's a little Tad's tip there. So I'm in Rocking Out. And man, there's these two fine women come up next to Tad, and they're kind of like, what's good to drink here? I've never been here. And I was like, oh, you've never been here. Well, what do you like? So I suggested the Adios motherfucker, the nice blue drink from Howl at the Moon, and it was strong. It tasted like straight tequila, which I don't care. That's how Tad likes his drinks, pretty much straight. But proceeded to talk to these ladies. It was a mother and a daughter, both fine as hell, and they were from West Virginia, and they both hated Kentucky, which I automatically fell in love right there. We talked for quite a while, and as we were talking, one of my friends was assaulted by a female, punched in the face, and this unnamed friend I was like, what the hell was that shit all about? Just pretty much socked him right upside the face. So he proceeds to talk to this girl. And it didn't take long before it was a former Bumble date that, in her words, I blew him and he never called me back. And I was like, well, damn. That's what Bumble's for, lady. What are you expecting? You expecting a ring? You got the cock ring. How much more could you ask for? So anyway, she's all salty and you gotta buy us drinks and all this shit. And so my buddy, he ends up falling for her womanly schemes to purchase her and all of her friends alcohol. So while all this shit's going on, I'm out on the dance floor, grooving a little bit, doing my old 1-2 step. So I have to go take a piss in the bathroom, and there's always an attendant. I don't know why they've got these attendants in these bathrooms of bars downtown. It's like the most creepy shit ever. They sit there and watch you take pisses, and they're like, hey, can I get you a little soap? How about a condom? How about a Kit Kat? They sell fucking everything from Scope to fucking Tic Tacs, and it's Scope to Tic Tacs. That's not that far of a jump there, Tad, but whatever. But yeah, it's like, what the fuck are these guys doing in the bathroom? And this guy was pretty pissed off because apparently some guy tried fighting him, and he called him 2-bit, and the guy didn't know what 2-bit meant, and apparently it means cheap, and he didn't like that. So he was all hot and heavy and ready to rock him, sock him with some guy, but he ended up getting thrown out. So it was a pretty good time. There was people getting thrown out all over the place. A lot of drunk motherfuckers out on St. Patty's Day. Who'd have thought? So I'm in there and I'm pissing, whatever. I come out. I do a double fist bump. As I'm coming out, there's a guy, he's double fisting Coronas. And so, I'm double fisting Miller Lights. I'm like, come on, power fist bump. So we both fucking fist bump our beers. It was a pretty good time. And you're probably like, Tad, you took your beer to the bar, to the bathroom? Yeah, I took both of them to the bathroom. I'm not trying to get fucking roofied. Not that early in the morning. It's okay if I get roofied at like 3 o'clock, 4 p.m., or 4 a.m. Oh, excuse me. Dad don't give a shit by that time. I mean, I'm already blacked out drunk, so they're just wasting roofies. But yeah, I was double fisting, and I gave the guy the old double beer tap straight out the bathroom. I'm like, come on, it's your turn. You go in here and take a piss now. So I get back out. We're still grooving, and we're grooving to some tunes, and then I gotta go piss again. So I go piss again. It's about a half hour later. I'm pissing, and the guy behind me goes, man, we are on the same fucking piss cycle. I was like, oh, were you in here last time? He goes, yeah. I was like, oh, you probably can't not recognize me because I'm wearing a cowboy hat and I got a sweet mustache. He goes, that is a sweet fucking mustache. I was like, but I haven't been pissing. He goes, really? I was like, no, I'm just in here looking at guys' dicks. And he's like, are you serious? I was like, fuck no, you faggot. You really think? God damn it, you dick. So anyway, I'm in the middle of pissing that time, and I hear, Mama, don't let your sons grow up to be cowboys. And I had to run out. I stopped midstream, zipped it up, and fucking headed out to the dance floor. I had to go hear that song. So that was a fun time at Hal. After Hal at the Moon, we went down to Kilroy's. Went to Kilroy's, had a few drinks. We're sitting around waiting on a table, and some friends to meet us, and a couple of people got up from a table, and they were like, you guys want our table? I was like, fuck yeah, we do. So Tad jumps in, takes control of the situation, gets the table. Now the waitress, she's trying to clear the table off, and they've got like 3 or 4 slices of pizza still on this table. And I'm like, no, don't take that. I'm going to eat it. So Tad and Big MC, we just start devouring this pizza from the people who were left at the table before us. And not only that, there was a fucking 3/4 of beer just sitting there, Miller Lite. So what's old Tad do? I'm not going to let good beer go to waste. It was still cold. It was sitting in a bucket of ice. Pick it up, start fucking drinking it. Hell yeah, free beer, free pizza. Can't beat that shit. Everybody was laughing, having a good time. I'm making it rain Parmesan on this pizza, just being a complete asshole. Just wilding out. Oh, the waitress, she was not happy. She was not having any of it. She's like, you're a bunch of freeload motherfuckers. I was like, fuck you, bitch. I'm Tad Western. I'll eat secondhand pizza and drink secondhand beer if I want to. You're lucky to be graced with my presence. So we wait on a couple friends show up, and apparently somebody got hit by a fucking, they got hit by a car downtown. So hopefully that person's alright. Or if they were a dickhead, then let's hope they're still in the hospital. I don't know. Oh man, what else was going on St. Patrick's Day? Oh, there was all kinds of basketball games going on. I mean, so it's just crazy. Indianapolis was hosting all kinds of people, and they were hosting Kentucky, and fuck Kentucky. God, Kentucky has the worst fans ever. They're like, ooh, we fucking are awesome. Like, no, you aren't. You don't even have a goddamn professional sports team, you assholes. Well, I mean, I guess UK kind of is, because they pay all their fucking players anyway. But fuck Kentucky basketball, and fuck Kentucky. So, oh shit, what else was going on that night? Ended up seeing a couple other fights, get a little shit-faced. Ended up coming home pretty late, swinging by the old White Castle, had me some sliders. I woke up Saturday morning and there was slider boxes all over my house. It looked like I was just eating and sliders and just leaving the boxes wherever the hell they go. I mean, just on the floor. There was one on the back of my toilet seat. There was one on top of the refrigerator. There was one on the pillow next to me in bed. And they were all over the place. And then I had chicken rings, too. The chicken rings from White Castle are fire. I don't care what anybody says. And you know why I like them? Because I fold them sideways and eat them from the inside out. That's why I like them. So then that was Friday night. Saturday I woke up, had a party I had to go to. Friends just bought a new house. Went and had a housewarming party / engagement party / baby announcement party. I don't know what the hell it was. It was pretty much an excuse to get shit-faced and watch basketball. It was a good damn time. We ended up playing Beer-a-Palooza or Drink-a-Palooza. It's like Monopoly, except it's a bunch of beer games. It's really fun. Tad highly recommends it. Go out and get you one. It's a pretty good game. It's a lot of fun, especially if you got a lot of people over and want to play a board game. And in the warning, or in the it does have a disclaimer though. You're not supposed to drink with it. There's no booze supposed to be drank during Drink-a-Palooza. Or hard liquor. Don't drink hard liquor like we were doing too. But whatever. It was a good fucking time. And on my way there, I keep hearing the past whole week, driving to work, driving around, I keep hearing these fucking these radio PSAs. I don't know if anybody's heard them. They're PSAs about not stopping on train tracks. And I'm like, why the fuck do we need a goddamn PSA about not stopping on train tracks? So I looked this shit up. The DOT launched a new railroad safety crossing safety ad campaign. Oh. Here we go. $7 million is what they're paying for these ads. And stop, because trains can't. I mean, how fucking stupid are people? How do you get a driver's license and know that trains can't stop? How are you get a fucking driver's license? This is retarded. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And it's aimed at young males because young males like to race through train tracks to try to get to pussy, I guess, is where they're all headed. And over the last 10 years, this is directly from the article, railroad accidents have declined over the last 10 years, but fatalities in 2014 spiked at 232 people. 232 people. So one every 3 hours is what they say. Is someone's hit by a train. Someone is hit by a train every 3 hours. Just people taking unnecessary risks. This is stupid. So, just spending $7 million on some railroad ads. Oh, now here's the kicker. This is a legit paragraph from the article. I'm sorry, I was trying to find it. This is, and I quote, "By law, trains always have the right of way." Let's think about that. Well, no fucking shit. By law, trains always have the right of way because they cannot swerve, stop quickly, or change directions to avert collisions. Holy mother of fucking Christ. We really have to have this conversation and spend $7 million fucking dollars of taxpayer money on it? A freight train traveling at 55 miles per hour takes the length of 18 football fields or more to come to a stop, even with the emergency brake applied. Well, no shit, it's a fucking train. This is an old problem, but one that can be solved. Nearly all deaths at crossings are preventable. You're damn right they are. Stay off the fucking railroad tracks, you assholes. And then I read an article the other day about how some girl was hit by a train because she was taking selfies on the railroad track because she was trying to get her modeling, her Instagram modeling. She was quitting her job and becoming an Instagram model. So she saw one of the trains coming, so she jumped to the other track, and she didn't realize a train was coming from that track too, and pretty much killed her. Killed her dead right there. So you want a tad safety tip? Stay off the fucking railroad tracks, you fucking bucktowners. Jesus Christ. Trains aren't that cool. They'll fucking kill you. They will kill you. They will kill you. There's also a good video I watched of a train. It's a conductor, and he's driving, and there's a cow on the track, and he's just staring head on at the train, and he's blowing his horn. He's like, "Oh, you dumb motherfucker. You dumb fucker." And then the train pretty much just smokes the cow, and I turned him into ground beef right there on the railroad track. So look that video up. It's pretty good. So what we got? We got St. Patrick's Day. It was a blast. Ran into a lot of good people that night. I talked about the PSA, which is pissing me the fuck off. I just can't stand hearing it. I don't know how many times I hear it. I hear it 3 times an hour probably. Oh, later Saturday night we had I had Caitlin Kopetsky. She threw a fabulous party. It was a St. Patrick's Day party, even though her decorations were, and I'm not making this against her, I'm just making an observation. They were not shamrocks, nor were they green, but they were rainbows with clouds. So they were very classy. I don't know what it had to do with St. Patrick's Day, but it was great decorating. Saw a lot of good people. I saw Chris Spangle, year later. He was at the party. Greg Lenz, the Jeff Vibert. Who else was there? Jess Hooker, Jess and John Hooker. Good people. I like John Hooker. Me and him did loads of fireball shots. Who else was there? Matt, Caitlin's boyfriend, obviously. I'm trying to remember who else was there. Oh, I met Emily Sweet. It was her birthday, so happy birthday to her. That was a good time. I'm trying to think what happened. I don't know. I was really fucked up. No, I wasn't that fucked up, but I wore a sweet hat. So yeah, Caitlin's party was a good catching up party. We had a good time, just chit-chatting and bullshitting. It was a fun little party. The food was great. Couldn't get enough of those little miniature hamburger things she made, or ham Sammys, whatever the hell they were. Those things were good. Oh, so I also found out Saturday that DJ Khaled's son has an Instagram page. And now you're probably like, Tad, why wouldn't DJ Khaled's son have an Instagram page? And I'm going to tell you why. Because DJ Khaled's son is a fucking newborn baby. He's not even 1 year old. And he's got 235,000 followers and 85 posts. And he posts like selfies of himself. And he makes these comments. Good morning. Great to have my breakfast outside this morning. It's super sunny. Got my baby aiders on. This is him commenting, and he's got a milk bottle in his mouth. That's what he's having for his breakfast. And then his dad, DJ Khaled, comments on it. I love you so much. I mean, this is just, it's outrageous. I love it so much. It's outrageously funny. You should follow him. His name's Asad Khaled on Instagram. But make sure you follow him after you follow Tad Western. But, like, he's a ballin'-ass little kid already. Major key right there. So, yeah, check out DJ Khaled's son, a.k.a. newborn son, who's got an Instagram page. It's pretty fucking legit. All right, what else we want to do today? Over the weekend, I have no idea when this happened, but I've got the best fans in the world. You guys are the best people in the world. And you're probably like, why are you just fucking rambling about bullshit that you did this weekend? And so I have a I don't know. It's just fresh in my mind. But I had someone gave me a priceless donation, which I thank you. And by priceless donation, I mean they put a Infowars.com bumper sticker on my car. Now you're probably like, Tad, I didn't know you drove a car. I thought you rode a horse everywhere. I ride the horse if it's within, 10, 15 miles. I ride the horse. Liberty or justice, just depends on which one's feeling up to the challenge. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tad Western is a Ford Taurus collector. But I only collect CLI edition Tauruses, and I've got 2 of the 10 in existence. So, I've got a classic, it's a vintage Ford Taurus CLI edition. And someone thought it would be funny to deface it with an Infowars.com sticker. Luckily, I had a lot of dirt. I haven't washed it. I've been neglecting my baby. But I had a lot of dirt on my bumper. So the only reason I noticed it is because it was halfway coming off and it was flapping. The wind was blowing, it was flapping. I was like, what the hell is going on my car? And I was like, oh, that's an Alex Jones bumper sticker. I was like, hell yeah, I'm fully fucking woke. So I was driving like a maniac today. After I found out, I was like, I'm fully fucking woke. I was cutting people off and I was flipping them off. I was like, fuck you, globalist. You globalist scum. So it was pretty good fucking shit. I don't know who did that, but thank you. I've relocated the bumper sticker from the bumper of my car to above the headboard of my bed. So if Tad Western's having a rough night trying to seal the deal, and I get a nice young lady back to my bedroom and open the door and sees the Infowars bumper sticker above my headboard, you know shit's going down. Because she's like, oh, there's no sleeping in this bed because Tad Western is fully woke. And when you're fully woke, you got plenty of time for loving. So thank you for whoever did that. And I have no idea when it happened. It could have happened last week. That's how often I look at my car. I don't know. But I tell you what, if you try to Infowars.com brand my horse, the 6-shooters will be out and they will be firing. All right? So don't let me catch a motherfucker on the ranch property, because you will get a boot in your ass. Oh, also, I did not fill out a I did not fill out an NCAA bracket this year. This is the first time in forever Tad Western hasn't filled out a bracket. So I figured I took some time. I sat down today and I was like, you know what? I'll just fill out a Sweet 16 bracket, because I think that's what the listeners want. They're like, Tad, who you picking? Who you picking, Tad? I was like, I haven't picked anybody because I didn't fill out a bracket. I didn't have time to fill one out. Tad's a very, very busy man with his business ventures. I mean, I'm trying to get Tad's trail mix up off the ground and Tad's toothpicks, but that's a little foreshadowing for what's in the works. All right, Tad Western is a brand, and it's a lifestyle brand, and there'll be more coming about that. So all the Taddicks out there, you'll be able to just buy all kinds of ballin' ass Tad shit. Literally, I might sell my turds. I may sell my turds. If there's a market, I will provide a product for that market. Anyway, back to the basketball. All right, so this is Sweet 16. I'm just gonna run over my picks real quick. You got Wisconsin versus Florida. I'm taking Wisconsin. You got Baylor versus South Carolina. I'm taking Baylor. I like the Bears. You got Gonzaga versus West Virginia. Upset alert! I'm taking West Virginia because fuck Gonzaga. Then we got Xavier, Arizona. I'm taking Xavier because they are fucking hot, and X gonna give it to you. It's one of my favorite songs. Great jam. Shout out to DMX. You're welcome on the podcast anytime, Mom. All right, other side of the bracket, we got Kansas, Purdue. Fuck Purdue, so we're going Kansas. Then we got Oregon and Michigan. I'm rolling Michigan. They're hot. They survived the plane crash. I gave them shit. I was like, what the fuck? What are these shitty jerseys they're wearing? I had no idea they're plane wrecked. I was like, what are these junk-ass jerseys they're wearing? Oh, they're plane wrecked, Tad, and they lost all their luggage. I'm sorry, John Beeline. Tad's apologies. You motherfuckers are hooping now, so I'm rolling with hot Michigan. They win the fucking Big Ten tournament. I'm on board. Then we got UNC Butler. I want to cheer for Butler, but I think UNC is going to beat them. So I'm going to have to go with UNC there. And then we got UCLA, UK. Fuck Kentucky, so that's a UCLA pick. So we're going to come back through. We got Wisconsin, Baylor. I'm going Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's hot right now. I'm rolling with Wisconsin. Then we got West Virginia and Xavier. I'm going Xavier. I'm rolling with the hot squads. Xavier, baby. So my final four is going to be... Oh, and then we got the Kansas versus Michigan game I'm calling. I'm going Michigan. I'm rolling hot. Yes, that's right. I'm going Michigan to get to the Final Four. And then we got UNC, UCLA. I think UCLA is going to win this game. So I got UCLA, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Xavier. All of them in the Final Four. And then my final game, I got Wisconsin over Xavier and Michigan over UCLA for a Big Ten. The Big Ten sucks this year. I'm going Big Ten fucking final game with Michigan pulling it out. I think Michigan's going to pull it out and spray it all over the Badgers' face. We survived a plane wreck. That's going to be the second most balling thing we did the past month. So yeah, I'm going to take Michigan from here on out. I know it's like a week fucking late to be making these picks. And you're like, oh, Ted, you fucking already got to Sweet 16. Yeah, every one of those picks probably going to be wrong, so... Whatever. Who cares? It's all good fun. But if I were you, I'd bet on Wisconsin. I like Wisconsin and Michigan. All right. And then we... I was going to give you guys a Tad Western Family Recipe. But this is a special edition of the Western Family Recipe. All right. This is going to be called Bucktown Ballin' on a Budget segment. And this is for people who want to eat a good tasting meal, but for really fucking cheap. So what you're gonna do? This is I don't even know what I call these. Tad Western's cheap-ass pizza is what we're going to call this one. So what you do is you go get a Totino's pizza for like $1.34, whatever kind you want. Me, I'm a Supreme type of guy. I like the Supreme ones because it got the little diced green peppers and onions, and that's what gets me every time. So you're going to buy one of those. Now you're going to buy your thing of pepperonis. Now let me tell you, you can buy a pound of pepperonis. They're already pre-sliced for like $7 in the last year forever. And they're a great healthy snack too, because they're how the mountain men used to eat. I mean, they're pretty much just salt-cured meat, and they got tons of stuff that you need in it, like that your body needs and the men's body needs, like peppers and fat. That's all men need to live off of, all right? So get you a bag of pepperonis, like 2-pound bag. You fucking eat those things. And not only can you eat them, but they make for good dog treats too. I give them out to my dogs. You know, hey, you were a good pupper today. You didn't shit on the floor. Here, have a pupperoni. That's what I call them when I give them to him. Here, Kona, have a pupperoni. I don't think he gets it, though, because I don't think he fucking speaks English or listens to a damn word I say. But anyway, that's a side note. So get you some pepperoni, get you some Parmesan cheese, and get you some mozzarella cheese. Now, here's the key. Go to the spice section, and they got the pre-mixed Italian seasoning, little grinder shaker thingies, seasoning. Get you one of those. Now, you're going to go home. You're going to throw some more pepper. You're going to pull out, preheat the oven normally. Pull out your Totino's pizza. Now, this is where the fun begins. You just start throwing your pepperonis on it, or any other toppings you want to get. Hey, maybe you want the little chicken on there. Buy you a little shredded chicken. Throw some shredded chicken on top of this fucking pepperoni pizza. Because fuck making a whole pizza. It takes forever to make dough. I did that a couple weeks ago. I was like, what am I doing? This is fun, and it tastes awesome, but why don't I just buy Totino's and spice them up a little bit? Soon you get them, you spice them up. You throw all your cheeses on there, your pepperonis, and your seasoning, your Italian seasoning, make it taste all fucking awesome. That's what you do. That's the move right there. So that's Tad Western's family recipe for the week. Oh, update just coming in. Tom Brady's stolen Super Bowl jersey was recovered. It was stolen by a Mexican journalist. It was recovered in Mexico, apparently. And now the wall is definitely getting built, and it's 10 feet higher, and Tom Brady called that journalist a bad hombre. I'm 100% without a doubt. 100% without a doubt. That's a bad hombre. You can't go stealing Tom Brady's Super Bowl jersey and think you're going to get away with it. But I'm happy Tom got his jersey back. Now I can get back to hating on him for having a butt chin. So, I don't know if I have a tadpole this week. I think the tadpole question is going to be, if you could go back in time and watch any sporting event live, what game would you go see? That's a fucking terrible question, because I'm going to have like 50 million different things. How about, what type of peanut butter do you prefer? Creamy or crunchy? Or, I don't even know what else kind of peanut butter there is. I don't fucking know. I'm not really prepared for this. I'm running about 40 minutes already and haven't really talked about anything. It's going to be hard to top the last Tad Talk. Last Tad Talk was off the charts. Had great reviews on it. Everyone loved it. I'm still in the talk with some what do you want to call them? Realtors about buying, trying to find a ranch somewhere, a lot of property. I don't think I'm going to be able to buy the town. I really want to, but Oregon's just too far away from me. And I don't think the logistics of it will work. Unless I get my Tadcopter and my Tadcopter license. Because I originally was going to buy it so Greg Lentz could throw communists out of it, but I don't know if anybody would insure it, but I don't fucking know. Well, this has been a pretty good Tad Talk. I'm a little half tired right now. I didn't get a lot of sleep this past weekend. Obviously, it being St. Patrick's Day and then having all kinds of parties. And I've been on a binger since Thursday. I think I drank Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I had a beer. Sunday I had a couple beers. So yeah, Tad's feeling a little bit. So I'm starting my Tad Western get back in shape diet. So I'm pretty much just going to soups and salads. Because after a long weekend of drinking, you gotta get your body what it needs. You gotta get the salad, the healthy greens back in your system. And not only do you gotta get the healthy greens, you gotta get your ultra thin, salty snacks, aka the pretzels. Those pretzel sticks. It's a pretzel stick update. The bag of pretzels I talked about in the last podcast, I still have yet to finish the bag. That's how many of those freaking pretzels were in there. Those tiny little toothpick pretzel rods. I mean, they were toothpick-sized pretzel rods, and they were just wonderful. They're little salty pretzel toothpicks of goodness, and I love them, and I've yet to run out because there's 2.5 billion in a bag. But I'm definitely going to stock up more next time I go to the store, just so I can have some for the apocalypse, or the pretzel lips, if that ever happens. You know, maybe there's a big shortage of pretzel dough, so I don't know. But, so yeah, I shout out to all the listeners. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you for liking and subscribing to all my shit, and telling me when I'm absolutely wrong, which is pretty much all the time. And now you guys can talk shit to me about my picks, my Sweet 16 picks, or you could tell me how awesome of picks I did. I don't know. But if you guys want to hear me talk about anything, or let's see here, if you want to comment, I'm trying to get a phone system set up where people can just call in live and I'll answer questions. I don't know what the logistics of that is, because I kind of just do this on the fly and whenever. But I need to get a set time, and then I think that'd be good. I'm sure some of you freaks would call in and probably just be like, oh, butthole. I know a couple of you would. You just get on here and say random curse words. Not that I care, but it actually makes for good content. So anyway, thank you all for liking, subscribing, and listening. And as Tad Western always says, what's he say, kids?